Okay, we're out here this morning getting ready to go up to Clarksburg in our Chevy Bolt. They say they have a new battery for us, and so thought we'd get a little shot about the car and everything before we head up that way. So I'll take some more on the road. Well, we're in the car now, and you can see what, let's see, it says we got 170 miles of range.
You got the heater on.
And we've got the heat on. With the heat off, it climbs to 195 miles. Turn the heat back on, recirculate. 170. Okay, so we're going to get started here and see how all that goes. It's 7:42 in the morning on what is today? The 31st?
30th.
30th, right. It can't be the 31st, so it's November, right?
I know.
We're here at Enterprise, and this is a car that they had just give us, Harry Green Chevy, where we got this vehicle here, and I'm taking some film around it so you can see what it looks like. Looks to us like a big tank compared to our little Chevy Bolt, and we just wanted to give you a look around. It's a Mazda. I don't know what year model or whatever, but anyway, it's here in Clarksburg at Enterprise. Okay, we just got back from taking the car up, where we had taken it up to Clarksburg, West Virginia, to the Chevrolet garage up there, where they called and told us they had our new battery for the 2019 Chevy Bolt. We took it up there and dropped it off, what, 2 days ago?
On Tuesday.
On Tuesday, and today's
Thursday.
Thursday, right. And anyway, they called us this morning and told us they had the car ready. So we went up there and got it, and they had already put the battery in and charged it up for us, and we drove it back home. It had 200 and, I'd say, I believe I seen 207 miles on the GOM thing, the guessometer, when we left up there. Now it's about 60 miles from here up to there, and when we got back we put it on the charger, and it's sitting up there in the garage right now. We don't have to park it in the driveway. It's sitting in the garage and charging off the charger that we have here in the garage. And so I just wanted to let y'all know that something is being done. Now, we had originally we filled out the paperwork to have them give us a buyback thing. Well, that went on for, I guess, almost 4 months altogether, with their losing it and this, that, and the other. The paperwork we sent them, and they're changing this, and they're constantly doing stuff, and we called almost every week, sometimes more than twice a week, about getting the buyback. Finally, we decided, well, we're going to go look at the Teslas that Mr. McGreedy has for sale, and we went over to Pittsburgh, and it was an all right looking car. Now, we looked at the one in 2019 they had over there, and I wouldn't have had it if they gave it to me. The door panels, some of them was an inch off. When you go to close the door, you'd see the door look like it was an inch below what was there or above it, and the seat in the back had like wrinkles in it that you could actually see. The flat looked like one of them old yellow cab taxis. The flat seating in it, and cheap and crummy looking. And anyway, by the time we left, it had been on his website that that 2019 was $35,000. Well, by the time we got back from Pittsburgh, it done went up $1,000. So I looked on the internet again, and we bought this Chevy Bolt. Well, Chevy gave all these discounts and stuff, and we got our 2019 Bolt for 32 grand. But when this all happened, I said, well, I'll go look at that Tesla. Well, when we went to go fill out the paperwork, lo and behold, the Tesla had gone up to 37,000. Well, I thought when we got to Pittsburgh, we said, well, maybe we'll try that Tesla from Mr. McGreedy. And we test drove the car, and it worked fine, and it looked pretty good, and the panels were lined up pretty good this time, and it was a nice looking car. So, well, we got back from Pittsburgh, but we wasn't going to put an order in for the car because we had the Bolt, and Chevy hadn't done nothing with the buyback, and I didn't want to be sitting up there with two big old car payments. And so while I was waiting for the Chevy buyback, lo and behold, they go up on the car to 39,000. And then again, a couple weeks later, here they go up. Now it's 44,000, I think. Whatever it is, I'm not going to have one because Mr. McGreedy needs to do something about his greedy ways. I'm going to tell you what, I never seen the like of it. If he's already bragging on there that they make 30% profit off of them cars, and if this man is true to his word like he says, and he wants to do this to help out the climate change, why is his car so, why are they so expensive? Why does he have to make a 30% profit on his cars when the rest of them don't get nowhere close to what he's making, and yet he's talking about doing this for our good? Yeah, that's like the spider said to the fly, come on over to my house and we'll have some dinner. I know you'll just love it. But would the fly love it? Well, who was going to get out of the deal best, the fly or the spider? And so we're looking at that same situation. Well, they got our Chevy Bolt fixed, and I hope it's fixed for good. And I won't have to buy one of Mr. McGreedy's cars. But we like our car, and it runs and drives good. We've been to Myrtle Beach in it. We've been to, we stayed at State Park in South Carolina, Barnwell State Park, and they had charging there, and it was free. While we was there, we plugged in and charged as much as we needed, and we had the cabin for a few days. And then we went down to Myrtle Beach, and we found charging stations there at some of the strip centers, and they was free charging there as well. And then we went 14 or 1,500 miles, and we only spent like $60 or $70 on charging. Well, I know when you go to these fast chargers, it's expensive now, and they're getting more money, but there's still a lot of level 2 chargers out there that aren't so expensive. And I think around the house here, it gives plenty of range for wherever we have to go. I have to go to the VA hospitals sometimes once a month, sometimes twice a month, and it's 60 miles from here, and we have plenty to get there and to get back. What?
1,972 miles and you spent $67.
Okay, we drove 1,972 miles and we spent $67. That's what my wife says. Now, I don't know. You can look at our other video on there because I had it on it. West Virginia couple with the 2019 Chevy Bolt when we first got the car. And I have no buyer remorse. Yeah, it was aggravating about having to park the car halfway down the driveway while they tried to figure the situation out and to get it fixed, but now it's sitting in our garage and it's charging. It was fully charged when we picked it up at the Chevrolet garage, and then they did a good job. They was nice. We got a they gave us a loaner car. You see it in the first part of this video. I'm glad I don't have to have that car, because I really didn't like it. It drove like a tank, and it sounded pretty much like a tank going down the road. And I definitely didn't like it. I was so happy to get my little Chevy Volt back that I don't think I want another gasoline car ever. But anyhow, I just wanted to do this video so you people could know, and that if you haven't gotten your battery yet, it's coming. And when GM called us, they asked us, did we want to continue with the buyback, or did we want to, have our car fixed? Well, we had just seen what Mr. McGreedy had done with the prices of $44,000 for his Model 3, and then you have to wait until a year now or longer before you could get one. So no, we said, yeah, fix our car. We want our car fixed. And so, because we had a 19 model, I guess it was one of the first ones that they wanted to get fixed. And they said, well, they had a battery now up there, but they had another customer, and they was having trouble getting the customer to bring the car in. And so he said in 2 or 3 days, if they couldn't get the person to bring their car in to get the battery they had, then they'd give it to us. Well, it just so happened in that 2 or 3 days that people brought their car in and got their battery. And why, I don't know, but anyhow, they ordered us one. And it took about a week to get it at the garage, from what he said. And then we got the paperwork where it says they ordered it and they had the battery, and then they called us, and it wasn't no big deal. They put it in, and now we're on the road again. And I hope y'all, this help you, knowing that there is a relief on its way. Thank you.